For the purpose of this project, we will analyze each joint through all three phases. First, we will start with the scapula, then the shoulder, and then lastly the elbow. Starting with the wind-up, the scapula moves into scapular upward rotation, retraction, and scapular elevation. All of these scapular muscles will contract concentrically to produce this movement. The upward rotators are the upper and lower trapezius and the serratus anterior. The retractors are the middle trapezius and the rhomboids. The elevators are the upper trapezius and the levator scapulae. The acceleration phase, the scapula remains in upward rotation and elevation with a concentric contraction of those same muscles, but is now moving into protraction. The protractors are the pectoralis minor and the serratus anterior, which also contract concentrically. In the deceleration phase, the scapula moves into scapular downward rotation, protraction, and depression. Downward rotation is slowed down by the eccentric contraction of the upward rotators. These include the upper and lower trapezius and the serratus anterior. The protractors, the serratus anterior and pectoralis minor, continue to contract. Depression is slowed down by the eccentric contraction of the elevators. These include the upper trapezius and the levator scapulae. During the wind-up, the shoulder joint moves into a combination of shoulder abduction and lateral rotation. All muscles will contract concentrically. The lateral rotators are the posterior deltoid, teres minor, and infraspinatus. The abductors are all portions of the deltoid, supraspinatus, infraspinatus, and teres minor. In the acceleration phase, the shoulder joint moves into a shoulder extension and medial rotation. These muscles will contract concentrically. The extensors are the latissimus dorsi, teres major, and the sternal portion of the pectoralis major for the first 60 degrees. The medial rotators are the anterior deltoid, pectoralis major, latissimus dorsi, teres major, and the subscapularis. In the deceleration phase, the shoulder joint will continue to move into shoulder extension and medial rotation. Shoulder extension is slowed down by the eccentric contraction of the shoulder flexors. These include the anterior deltoid, supraspinatus, and the coracobrachialis, which stabilizes the joint. Medial rotation is slowed down by the eccentric contraction of the lateral rotators. These include the posterior deltoid, infraspinatus, and teres minor. During the wind-up, the elbow is in elbow flexion. These muscles contract concentrically. The elbow flexors are the biceps brachii, brachialis, brachioradialis, and the pronator teres, which assists it. In the acceleration phase, the elbow moves into elbow extension. This elbow extensor is the triceps. During the deceleration phase, the elbow will continue to move into elbow extension. Extension is slowed down by the eccentric contraction of the flexors. These include the biceps brachii, brachialis, brachioradialis, and the pronator teres, which assists it. That's all we have for you today, and if you have any questions, ask Carl.